welcome to day 11 of Vlogtober. It is the 10th of October and we are making our way down to Chelmsford for the weekend. We're going to the European Turtle Alliance conference. We took the Caledonian Sleeper down on the Friday evening and thought we would share our journey with you and some of the things that we get up to this weekend. So enjoy!
Good morning. It is 6:30, which means it is Saturday morning. I think I got about, at most, 2 hours sleep. But it's okay. We're going to get ourselves ready for the day. Breakfast will be here soon. And then we'll get off the train and make our way across London to Chelmsford.
Yes, we made it to the conference about an hour and a half later than expected, but we got settled in and set about enjoying the weekend. We met up with a couple of Ralph's friends as well, and you'll be seeing lots of slides of information and things. If you want to pause and read them, you're more than welcome to, and if you want to look up anything in the future, of course, then that is possible too. There was a raffle and an auction to raise money for a new building for the Norfolk Turtle Club, I think it is. And so we had Chris, Leon and Anthony, I can never remember his surname. They're both YouTubers and they were running the raffle and the auction. It was hilarious. There was a big group dinner at the county hotel, so we joined in with that and had a really lovely meal. We were able to also present Chris Leon from Garden State Tortoise and his wife Casey with the mini tortoise that I made, based on a Western Herman's tortoise that they own themselves. And Chris was really lovely in sharing the story behind the tortoise that I'd actually used as inspiration. So it was a really, really nice moment for us, and I'm so glad that we had that opportunity. We did then head to bed and obviously started Sunday morning. So we had a really informative Q&A to start day 2. We got lots of information on how we can help support our 2 tortoises. There were lots of treats, snacks, and of course we had to try the little mini cupcakes, and sweets, of course. So yeah, we had a really good weekend. We got so much information and we feel like we're now part of this new community, which was really lovely, and we got to hear about other people's experiences and yeah, just feel really informed and a lot more confident in our husbandry and herpetology now. So we're looking forward to looking after our 2 tortoises and attending again next year. So yeah, just a few snippets of what the sort of information we got that weekend, and yeah, hope you enjoy.
And I'm back home. Ralph has gone straight to work after we got off the train, and I have come home because I've got a lot of things to do today. But I wanted to wrap up a great weekend. I look very tired, and that's because I really am. I think I got about maybe just under 2 hours of sleep Friday night. And then when we got to Liverpool Street, there was a signal failure, so we had to find an alternative route to get to Chelmsford. So we ended up getting C2C from Fenchurch Street, but we walked to Fenchurch Street and then got a bus from Basildon to Chelmsford, which took, I think, 45 minutes to an hour. I think it was an hour. And then we had to get a cab from Chelmsford to the venue. So Saturday was not great in terms of transport, but we had a really good time at the conference. We got so much information. Everyone was so welcoming as well, and giving us advice and just chatting with us about our 2 tortoises and how we can make things better for them at home here. People were offering to help us if we come down again. So yeah, it was great. And it turns out that a couple of people that we met actually have a connection to my father-in-law. So yeah, it's been really interesting. And we got to meet so many people, so many amazing people that all have the same interest and are trying to either rehome tortoises and turtles, or give them a better home, whether it's rehabilitation, conservation. There was so much going on, and yeah, I made a little tortoise based on a Western Herman's picture that I'd seen on the Garden State Tortoise website, and I gave it to Chris Leone and his wife Casey to show appreciation, basically, for the fact that their channel has really helped us. And without seeing his post about presenting at the conference, we wouldn't have known about that conference. Yeah, so and it got a bit emotional because I didn't realise the significance of that particular tortoise that I based the embroidery details off of, and yeah, but it was really lovely. I have got pictures of us as well. Yeah, we just had a really good weekend and finished off with a walk around Chelmsford Park. We actually had our second date in Chelmsford Park, so it was really nice to sort of go back. We went back to Nando's as well, which is where we went for our meal on our date, and I don't think we've been back since then, and that was 12 years ago. So it's been really good. And then we got the train back last night and arrived into Glasgow this morning at around 7:30, and we were off before 8 o'clock this morning. We finished the morning with bacon baps, and I had a hot chocolate. Ralph had an orange juice with his bacon bap, and I'm home. So Ralph actually printed us a couple of t-shirts each to wear over the weekend. So on Saturday I wore the white one. So this is a print of all three of our tortoises. We have our Mikey, the Horsefield at the top, Nebula is our Hermans in the middle, and our little four who we lost before Christmas is another Hermans at the bottom as well. They're not to scale, but that's, he worked with the size of screen he had. And then on a Sunday I wore the grey version, which is this one. And Ralph actually had a black version and a white version, so we made sure that we didn't both wear white on the same day. Yeah, and we got so many comments on them, and it was a really good conversation starter as well, and it meant that people realised we were together, and yeah, so yeah, that was really lovely. And we got to meet like other tortoise owners. Ralph got to meet up with a couple of his friends as well, printmaking friends who also own tortoises. They have Indian stars and they're teeny tiny. They're so cute. Yeah, it was good. Met a lovely couple. Ralph was speaking to them through dinner because he was sat at that end of the table. I was at a different end of the table, but it meant that we could have different conversations, which was good as well, and then obviously feedback. So I think their names are Becky and Rodney. So if you're watching, Becky, hi. Thank you so much for sort of embracing us, and yeah, it was really lovely. So and we have a common interest in crochet, which is awesome. Yeah, so I wore my crochet cardigan, my rainbow one, on Saturday night for dinner, and then on Sunday as well, which is also a talking point, which is good. Yeah, and there was a raffle on Saturday and an auction on Saturday. We didn't get anything in the auction, mainly because we just don't have that much money left over anymore from the venue, but that's fine, from the event. But we did win 3 raffle prizes. Ralph has 2 because he got a couple of bits that I knew he wanted. So he got the Life of a Turtle book. I'll try and put a screenshot of the book up because he has it in his bag and he's gone to work with it. Yeah, so the Life of a Turtle book, which is an illustrated book about a turtle. I think it's called Lucky. I can't remember. And that book is not necessarily available in the UK at the moment, so that was a really lovely piece to get. And he also got some sort of, I want to say thermometer, but I don't think it's thermometer. It's a gauge of some sort that he can use, like a reader. And he got a hat. And I got, because by the time I went down to get a prize, this was still there, and I thought it was really cute. It's a tortoise as a Christmas pudding. Apparently it's from Aldi, but I just thought it was really cute, so that will go on display at Christmas. It's bigger than my head. So yeah, that was my raffle prize. And we did buy a few bits as well. Ralph made a donation to get some blossom feed for the tortoises, which is dehydrated flowers that they can eat, because we have some of that already and they seem to be okay with it. They seem to like it. I also got a little keyring, handmade felt keyring of a tortoise, so I'm going to put that on my backpack. I got a little badge that says Norfolk Tortoise Club. There we go, which is really cute. And Becky helped me to get this because we didn't have enough money. So yes, I have a badge. We both have one each. Picked up a Garden State Tortoise badge. Of course I did, because I want to try and support them as much as possible. Also got an Otis Zilla patch. It's got Velcro on the back as well, which I find odd, but it will help it stick to something. So if you don't know Otis, you need to go and look up Otis, the turtle. He has his own. He's become an actor, so he's done Godzilla. He has done the shark in Jaws, and there's another one he's done, but I can't remember what it was. Can't remember off the top of my head, but there's a few on YouTube and Instagram as well, which are really funny. So do go over and watch those. I'll see if I can link Garden State Tortoise in the description down below, as well as any of the other people that have YouTube channels that we met at the weekend. Lovely guy named Anthony, hilarious. He's actually Chris's friend, and yeah, so he's from Just Turtles and had written this massive book on turtles, and it was this thick. I'm not joking, it was massive, and he brought them over from the States. They weigh an absolute ton. Yeah, and I picked up a couple of t-shirts. So I got a Soul Cutter t-shirt. Where's the bottom of it? There we go. So I got a Soul Cutter t-shirt from ETA, so the European Turtle Alliance. They were raising money. So I got a Soul Cutter for me because it was the last one, and it was in a large. And then I got a box turtle for Ralph, which is what Otis is. Yeah, basically I asked Ralph what two do you like, what ones do you like, and then managed to get one of each. So yeah, so I've got one, Ralph's got one, and I think that's it from what we got at the show, at the conference. We also got sleep kits on the train, and on the way back we got a bar of chocolate, Mackey's chocolate, traditional milk chocolate. Oh, it is Scottish chocolate, so I'm going to try that. That'll be nice. Ralph's got his bar. We also got a box of like shower gel and bits and pieces as well, which was nice. And I did not do any knitting, so my Numpkin gnome is still as it was, part way through Clue 2, but I did put a few rows into my dragon wing shawl, and I'm now up to a section that has 9 eyelets in it, so it's getting much bigger. I'm nearly there. I've got this much left of this colour, then I have 3 more colours left. So I need to crack on with that because I think it's due in a few days. But I'm doing my best. So that's that. That is it. That is everything from this weekend, and I am signing off. I've got a lot of things to do today, and I need to try and get some more sleep because I am tired. Yeah. So thank you for joining us this weekend. You will have seen some of the information we got, and hopefully I'll do a voiceover so it's not just random pictures that you don't have any context for. Yeah, and I'll see you all again for the next day of Vlogtober, which will probably be the rest of today and tomorrow. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, because I'm going to train most of tomorrow anyway. So, and then I'm going to sleep when I get to my parents'. I won't have anything for Wednesday, very little for Thursday. So, I'll see you all again soon. Bye.